Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we're gonna make, like the title says, we're gonna make salmon with pesto. Pesto is very easy to make, very easy, and I shared the recipe here on this channel. I think I did. So just not to take too much unnecessary of your time. I'm not gonna show you guys how to make the pesto, but I think I could swear that I shared it with you guys already on this channel. So salmon with pesto, some tomatoes, and pasta, and we're gonna be making the salmon from the hot air fryer. What you're gonna need is 25 grams of pine nuts. I love these, and we're gonna roast them. So I'm gonna put them in this. I'm gonna put them in this skillet for now, so that I won't forget to do that on time. So 25 grams. We're gonna need about a total of about maybe 4 tablespoons of olive oil, and we're gonna divide that because we're gonna need a little bit for that, a little bit for that. So about 4 tablespoons of olive oil. So salmon, because you guys know fish is very important. In fact, for those of you people of faith, people of a religion like me, I'm a Muslim, and some of you guys that watch me are Jews, some are Christians. We're all together, the three Trinity, as I like to call it, children of Abraham. You guys know how important fish is. We have stories in the Holy Book of Quran about how important fish is, even more than meat. How God tells the pilgrims to eat fish while they're doing the pilgrim. Stories about Moses eating his fresh fish while he didn't eat it because his help forgot the fish, lost the fish, and he fell back into the water, and he just got away. So anyway, so fish is very important, you guys. Try to have some fish at least once a week. Jesus started his teaching with a fisherman. Leave what you're doing and follow me. So fish is very important. I try to do it at least once a week, to have fish. Anyway, guys, so I have here about, I don't remember, let me see, about 600 grams of salmon, but it depends on how big your party is and how big of an appetite you have. So far we have 25 grams of pine nuts. We have about 600 grams of salmon, fresh salmon with the skin. Look how beautiful it is, you guys. Always check if there are still the things on its skin. This, see, this is what I mean. I cleaned it, but because it's white, sometimes it's very hard to make out if there's any left. So the way to do that is you go from right to left. So when you hold the salmon like this, like a big piece of salmon like this, it's not from up to down or down to bottom. It's always from right to left. That's how I do it always, and it's the only way to get this cups. I don't remember how you call them. Anyway, that's how I do it, you guys. I wouldn't know if there's any other way, because otherwise nothing gives. So there we have about 4. We're going to be needing about 4 tablespoons of pesto, preferably one that you make at home. It's really not that big of a deal, you guys. Look it up. Pasta, 400 grams. If you want to have like a nice full serving, but for me and Mike, I always do 100 gram pasta per person. So this is 200 grams. We have about 250 grams of these tomatoes. We call them cherry tomatoes. I don't know how you call them in English, you guys. It's these sweet little tomatoes they usually use for salad. 1 lemon. That's it. Oh, and then fresh thyme. This fresh thyme I get from the balcony. Look, we have some fresh herbs here on the balcony, here and there. This is our fresh thyme. It's doing really well. I don't know, just a bunch of twigs. That's it. So first, the water is boiling, so I'm gonna cook the pasta. Just prepare it accordingly to whatever instructions you have on your own package. And I'm also going to roast the pine nuts. This is it for now. I'm gonna come back to you in a second. So prepare your pasta and roast your pine nuts, and then come back to you in a second. Wait, let me do a thumbnail. Let me do a thumbnail, you guys. Let's do a nice thumbnail. Something that will make you go like, oh, I want to make that recipe. Like this. Or like the professionals do it on the meat. Like this. That's it. I have some couple of nice pictures I can use. I feel like Bob Ross. Okay, so coming back to you guys. 1 second. Somebody asked me how I choose my salmon, how to know if it's fresh. Like you guys know, those of you that are following us longer than today, you know I grew up on the shore, and in the Moroccan culture, North Africa, northern of Morocco, like according to the along the whole Mediterranean line on both sides, Europe and North Africa, people tend to eat a lot of fish. So I grew up with eating fish sometimes 3 times, sometimes even 4 times a week. So what I learned from my mom is that you need to smell the fish like cats do. You really need to smell the fish, and it has to smell like ocean. If it doesn't smell like ocean, if it doesn't smell like the typical fresh fish, like the ocean smell, don't get it. And that's what I always do. Honestly, I'm not even trying to be funny. I forgot about my pine nuts. I just put them in the skillet on the fire, turned the fire, and it was on like a high fire. And I was, because I just turned it on, I was supposed to adjust it, but I forgot. I kept telling you about the sea and the salmon and all that, and I forgot, so I burned them a little bit. But guys, be careful and stay on it, because pine nuts are, you know, they go quick. They don't need a lot of time. So, meanwhile, I'm gonna wash my tomatoes and cut them in half. Like, wash them really good, cut them in half. Always make sure you take out this navel. So my pasta is ready. And I just, well, not really washed it. I just sprinkled it with some cold water, just to keep it from sticking together. So now we're gonna go back to the hot air fryer. Now comes in the hot air fryer. So guys, those that are following us, and if you don't, please subscribe, like, share. Those that are following us know that we now switched to the Philips hot air fryer, the extra large. We bought this extra large accessory for it. We used to have with the other model a smaller one, which we still have for different recipes. But for this one, we're gonna take the biggest accessory that you can find. This one, the biggest version. What you're gonna do is, you made your pesto. If you don't feel like making it at home, just buy it. Smear all over the bottom of this pan. So just make sure that it's covered evenly. But use about 25% maybe. And the half we're gonna use once we put the salmon in there, and then we're gonna brush it on top. So that will be the only thing that will give the salmon some flavor. To be honest, you guys, whenever I make salmon, I almost never do anything with it. No spices, nothing. It's always as good, just natural. So I'm gonna take a little brush, and then I'm gonna brush. Well, I can't even talk. Sorry. I'm gonna brush the pesto all over the bottom of this pan. So something like this, guys. Something like this. If you have to compensate, just go for the bottom and less on the sides, if you know what I mean. If you don't have that much pesto, something like this. Okay. Now I'm gonna put in the salmon, nice and slow. Okay. So what's left over with the pesto, I'm gonna smear it all over these 2 pieces of salmon. And guys, there you have it again. I almost forgot it myself. With these kind of recipes for the hot air fryer, we cannot like brush oil on top of stuff, especially when it's something delicate like this. So for that, we have an olive oil sprayer. So spray good amount of olive oil on there, like that, and that's it. See? Next, for the aroma, I'm gonna add, this is how I always do it. I do the same thing with the Christmas turkey also. You can see the recipe on here if you haven't seen it already. So just like this, what thyme does is not so much that you need to get it into the meat or into the fish or whatever you're preparing it with. It's more like the aroma. Just add it in there and just let it smoke itself into the meat. Now, the last thing before I'm gonna put it in is cut your lemon in half and then squeeze it on top of all this, okay? So cut it in half and some good lemon juice all over this. All right, that was it, you guys. Remember, my lemon is just a small one, not too big. So it's gonna go in there, 180, 10 minutes, but keep checking every now and then. Man, those choppers in the Amsterdam sky are really driving us crazy. Wait a minute. Sometimes I'm so distracted, you guys. So there it goes. Okay. Now, leave the pine nuts on the side and the pasta. That's what we have so far. So I'm gonna leave this on the side. All the other stuff I'm gonna clean up. All right, 7, 6, Houston, we're gonna launch. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Look at that. Everything is just sizzling. The smell, you guys. Listen, I was gonna be stupid and silly and funny, but joke is on me. This is so good. It stopped me halfway, my stupid joke. This is really good. It smells so good, you guys. It smells so delicious. So, the only thing that I have a little problem with is when I make these kind of meals is how I made lasagna and I shared that with you guys. Same problem. How am I going to take this out? So what I usually do is let it cool off just a little bit, not too much because nobody likes cold food. Just a little bit, let it cool off, then put a big plate on it and then flip it. Okay, and then flip it back on another plate. You have a little bit more dishes, but hey, c'est la vie. So that's what I'm gonna do. Look at that, you guys. Look at that. Look at that. It smells divine. It really does. Guys, use whatever you have to get them out. This is what I use. And make sure the plate is very close to that hot air fryer pan. So anyway, this is it, you guys. Look how beautiful it is. I don't know how to film it to do it justice, but so this one broke a little bit. I was trying a couple of times to get the big spoon beneath it. Anyway, so look at that. Get a good look. Get a load of that. It's so juicy and I don't know. So don't forget about the pine nuts. Mix them a little bit with the pasta, okay? Because that's what they're for. Mix them a little bit with the pasta, like this. Don't forget the other one. Don't be selfish. Don't use all the pine nuts on yourself. I know, they're delicious, but be social. Don't be selfish. Okay? There you have it. There you have it, guys. There you have it. See how delicious this tomato, how do you say that? how it almost how do you say that? It's melting. Tomato is melting. I don't know the English word for it, but when you let something simmer and it becomes so juicy and it looks like it's caramelized. That's what I was looking for. Almost as if it's caramelized. Anyway, this is it, guys. Go make your own. Okay, it's delicious. Delicious. There's the salmon. There's the big chunk of salmon. You can't see it, but there it is. Maybe I should do it like this for the picture. See, there it is. I can get a nice clear cut shot, but anyway, trust me, guys, it's delicious. It's healthy. Don't add too much going on there. Don't add too much stuff. That just like this. Okay, keep it light. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Love you. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and we'll hope to see you again. See, guys, this is what I was looking for. Better light. Now you can see the colors. It is really, really good. See? It's really good. Hey, guys. I just came to see my family doctor. My God, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that I did. I'm so happy that I switched from my old family doctor to this. This is an Indian lady. My God, she's so gentle, so kind, so... I don't know. It's just what I was hoping to find in a family doctor, and I just found it here. And it's actually not that far away from home, which is important too. Especially because you go to your doctor when you're sick, and when you're sick, you usually don't have that much energy. So you hope, wherever he is or she is, that they're close. Wait. Like I said, it's so good to find a doctor that's just honest and kind, friendly, who's telling you that please don't feel like you're troubling me. Whenever you don't feel okay, know that my door is open for you. That's what she said. And especially if you have chronic pain and you have to live with that day in, day out, sometimes you tend to get weak and to lose the hope. And that has an impact, a mental impact, like a huge mental impact. And she said, I know how that must be for someone with chronic pain every day. I know they try to keep yourself strong because your environment at some point can't hear anymore because they've heard it so many times that you don't feel comfortable to share that with them anymore. So she said, but then come to me, share with me. My door is real, always open. And you know, these words, it's like instant pain relief. It really is. And she has all kind of people that she's working with in the same center, the same center that she has. She said it's not going to be a fuss. You don't have to go anywhere. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to be careful where I walk, because it's really, there are people everywhere. Nobody's wearing a mask. But yeah, so I'm really happy. I feel so happy that I made that change. Sometimes things have to change, you guys. Especially with your family doctor. You know, if he's tired because you're so unlucky to remain with pain and he just brushes off because he's tired of you, basically. Well, you know what? That's his problem, but don't make it your problem. You already have enough to deal with, as is. I used to get here some coconut cookies. Me and Mike. Yeah, and then of course exercise, guys. Exercise, which I did, but now with the corona thing and Mike's sensitive medical situation, we just have to be careful. Plus, the corona is really rising again here in Holland. It's just I don't know. Again, I'm so happy that I made that change. So happy that I made the change, and I feel so relieved. You know, it was like a bad marriage with my other doctor. He was friendly. It's not that he wasn't friendly. He was friendly. But, you know, whenever I had pain, there was a time when I lost, like, the feeling in my arm and leg. I couldn't really control my arm and leg. And it was not that long ago. It was only a year ago. And I knew how he would respond. So I looked it up. Like, I looked up against going to him, like climbing a mountain, because I knew what he would say. So I suffered a year with that pain. And when I went to him finally after a year, he's like, oh, you're probably having too much stuff on your mind. But I didn't have too much stuff on my mind. I mean, nobody's 100% carefree, but I mean, I have a happy life. I'm happy with Mike. I'm happy in my work. Maybe I don't have the best colleagues, but then again, I have my own stuff that I do, solitary work. So I guess the message of this video, guys, is a message of hope. Change can be good. Whatever that is, if you're not happy, try to change it.